Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Hassan, and I'm going to be taking you through another trade that has happened on Euro GBP, a very beautiful trade using our own strategy, and it is playing out very well. But guys, the thing is, you need to track, you need to analyze the market on the weekend. So after analyzing the market on the weekend, and then you track, you mark what you expect. Then what you do is to just be patient, be like a sniper. You know, when you're going to get those sniper entries, you have to be patient, know where price is most likely to turn around from, and be patient and wait for price to reach that area. So when it reaches there, enter like a sniper and hit on the target where it hurts the most. So now what happens is, you see, when the sniper is going for a kill, for a hunt, he's going to identify his position where he thinks his prey is going to be, set his gun there, and then be patient. They can literally sleep there for 2 to 3 days just waiting for the perfect maximum shot. And remember, they only take one shot. When they miss, the target is alerted and probably the target is going to run away. So it has to be a perfect one. In order to get that perfect shot, you have to be patient. Be patient and wait for your target. So once again, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to share a trade on Euro GBP that happened, and this is a trade. You watch my previous videos about Euro GBP. I think I have 2 or 3 videos about Euro GBP. By the time I started doing videos about Euro GBP, it was here. So that means 3 weeks ago it was here. Now it has reached our point and turned around, and I'm going to show you. People who have been on my channel for long enough, they already know why it turned around. However, those who have not been here for long, you don't know, and I'm going to be showing you. So what happens is, I'm going to first touch on a few pairs, like 2, to show you what has been happening, and then I'll proceed with the analysis. I think USD card, we called USD card to drop all the way to this demand zone. USD card has been so slow like a snail. Oh my god, this any pair has been so slow like a snail, but it is dropping to the zone. I know USD card, this is the end goal, guys. For USD card, this is the end goal. There was a supply zone on USD card. I think it was on the daily. It was on the daily, the 4 hour. It was in the daily. Yeah, it was here. Supply zone on USD card. Supply zone. It took out this demand zone. We are in the downtrend. The weekly was also trending down, and then we marked this area. Price came, retested it perfectly, and dropped down. Since it is dropped, has dropped how many pips? USD card, oh my god, it is moving like a snail. It dropped up to 200, but now it is retracing 177. USD card is becoming a snail, guys. I don't like pairs that move like this. I want pairs that move. You see this movement from here? 3 days of price action and we are there. Now look at this movement here. After dropping for how many days? Around 5 days. That is a full week. We have been here for another full week, not leaving this area, going down, coming, going down, coming back. And also there's another supply zone here. However, this one was too tight. The stop losses would go to the lines. These lines you see here, they are always the previous highs or lows of the previous week, so I just leave them there. So the stop loss would go up here. From that day, it is now 3 days. You are still around that same area. I don't like that movement. These are the movements you see, and the price just turns around for no reason and it goes and hit your break even. So yes, the card has been moving on, but it is not moving the way I wanted it to move. However, we smashed pips on GBP/USD. We smashed pips yesterday. GBP/USD on 4 hour. Price moved up to our target. Right now it is retracing. I don't know where it is going, but the way you can see, if you look at it very well, this is a low, this is a high, this is a lower low, this is a higher low. This is looking like a QM. However, anyway, since this area was tested, I won't consider it much to be over QM, because I don't see any supply zone here that is open. Maybe this one here. This one is open here. GBPSD, I don't know what you want to do. Whatever you want to do, do it, as long as me I took my 100 pips there. So first decide on what you want to do, then I'll come back to you. NZUSD, it is doing what GBPSD did. Now guys, this is where the gist is. NZUSD is doing what GBPSD did. So you see what GBPSD did? It came, went up, rallied, rotated around, came and dropped into our zone and shot up. Took away this liquidity, came to the supply zone and shot up. Now you see what NZUSD is doing. This is the liquidity that was on GBPSD. This is the demand zone. So NZUSD is coming here, and when it reaches here, we are taking it upwards. So let it come, let it think that we are not seeing it. We are monitoring whatever it is doing. So the moment it reaches here, we shoot the upside. AUDUSD, same thing. The same thing that happened in GBPSD is what is happening on NZUSD and AUDUSD. So what we can hope is, we'd want that AUDUSD to come, tap in this zone and go up. However, we have this area which I consider the area of liquidity. Consider it the area of liquidity. However, there is a supply zone, demand zone here. Let me just mark it for you. There is a demand zone here. So we might see price tap in and turn down, because there is also another support and resistance area here. So you see, this is support was broken, it turns into resistance. Support broken turns into resistance, and it's a demand zone. So chances are high we can tap in and go up. However, if we tap here and go up, I want to be interested in this trade. What I'm interested in is price to come and take away the liquidity down here, come and tap into my zone, which is the true zone, which I call the true zone, and then we take up. And when that happens, how many pips are we looking at? This is risk 19 to 20. We are looking at 100, guys. We are looking at 100 pips to the upside. So just be patient and wait for price to reach your zone. So that being said, we also have JPY. JPY has refused, guys. JPY has refused. I wanted this trade to come and tap in this area here, and I shoot it to the sky. JPY has refused. So that one I'm just going to ignore it. Okay, that being said, let's go to our trade for today. GBP, Euro GBP. Good. That is now Euro GBP, our trade for today. And guys, before I proceed, subscribe. I had forgotten. Subscribe. We are on the road to 200 subscribers, guys. We are around 150. Subscribe to the channel and be part of this amazing successful journey that we are having, guys. Subscribe to the channel. 5 seconds to subscribe, then I proceed with the video. Okay guys, sorry, something had caught me up. I was on, so now let's go back to the video. Okay, so this is Euro GBP. This is the weekly time frame. I told you I started calling this pair, we were around here. However, when we reached here, I was still selling. So when we reached here, I was interested in the buys. Why? Because we had reached a demand zone. How do you see a demand zone? We have an engulfing candle to another Marubozu This is a marabuzo, this is an engulfing candle. Yes, it's this week, but look at the size of this candle, guys, very big. And then an indecision candle at a place of QM, buy. This is low, high, lower, low, higher, high. So when we come here, maximum pain level, we buy to the upside. However, how do we buy? This is a weekly time frame. Do we just buy because price has reached this area? No, we don't just buy. We go to the lower time frame to look for entries. So now this is the week that was almost touching our demand zone. So it is the one we are going to mark. This one here, mark the opening price and the closing price. This is a red candle. The closing price is up, opening price is down. Good. So now where are we going to get our probably our entries on this week that we always mark with the blue line? So what is happening is this is the week that closed, mark the opening price and the closing price. This is now the week that we are supposed to enter on. So what happens is, do you see any, after marking that, do you see any demand zone or supply zones in the area? Yes, in this case we have a demand zone here. Demand zone was here. Good. So after that, what is the trend of the market? The trend of the market is on the high time frame. Monthly it is an uptrend, but on the weekly it is ranging. However, if it is ranging, it doesn't mean that we can't trade. If it is ranging, it is ranging within a period of 100 pips. This is around 300 pips between here and here, so we can trade within that range. Okay, so now we go to the daily or the lower time frame. In this case it is the daily. So when you come to the daily, what do you see? Because this is where our week starts from, and this is our demand zone. So we are going to refine the demand zone to make it small for our stop loss. So in this case, your entry was here. However, we are not going to enter on the daily. We are entering on the 4 hour. Now our demand zone is set, so we drop on the 4 hour. Remember, this blue line is where our week starts from. So you drop on the 4 hour. When you go to the 4 hour, what do you see on the 4 hour? What do you see on the 4 hour? The demand zone, it is still there. This time we can still refine it to that. So on the 4 hour, what do you see? You see, put here our buy limit. Stop losses, I think if it is 40, I always put to 45, 30, I always round off to something near. So stop loss is 45. And what do you see? Price opened from here. This is, remember, this is the previous week is close. I always told you these lines show the previous week is close. Let me take you to the weekly, and you see, this is the previous week. This is the closure. This is where it opened from. This is the closing price. So when you come back here, price opens, go to the 4 hour, price opens from here, then it comes, ranges within, and then tries to go down. It doesn't, then it comes back inside, and then finally breaks out, retests, and then comes down. When it comes down, you know, because we have a demand zone down here, price is just coming to pick the orders down here. So it comes down, picks the orders, and immediately it picks the orders with a sniper entry. It starts going up. So now price has moved up, and these are the same things that I teach every day, guys. Same things, they repeat themselves every day. So now price has tapped in, and now it is going up. Look at the movement, guys. It reached here, retraced a bit up to this level here, and now it has moved a 1:3, 140 pips, 140 pips. However, right now it is at a weekly supply zone. So right now is where you take your profits and wait. Take your profits and wait for what is coming next. But right now, as you can see, price it is at a weekly supply zone. But this is not the issue. The issue is that look at the movement from this area. It was a sniper tapping, risking 40 pips to just make 145. Sniper tapping and price moved up to this level here. You see, guys, how the movement is beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Price moved wonderfully. Price moved wonderfully. And that's why I told you, always and always wait for price to reach your zone. If it reaches your zone, do not fear to enter. Just enter and be patient. Wait for what price will do next, for as long as you know where price is heading and where you are entering from. The rest in the middle, it's none of your business. Leave the work to God. Are we together? Okay, guys, that is all for today. That has been our video. If you've liked the video, kindly please subscribe to the channel. Please, guys, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and also share. That is all for today. Bye.